All right. Um, who has something that they've prepared that they'd like to share?
I do.
Okay, go ahead, Rosemary.
Well, I'm listening to a new series by John Nessel called Jesus's Keys to Life. And we're on section 5.2. I think there's 18 or 19 in the series. And every session has just been mind blowing. I'm going to call it a foundational class on steroids. It's just unbelievable. And last week's segment, he did a side by side, kind of made me think of the way Dan did the Gospels, side by side. Uh, and it was Eve in the garden being tempted by the adversary, right? And he lined it up with Jesus Christ in the wilderness and the adversary. So Eve, of course, we know got it wrong. And he said, bit by bit with change, omit, basically by the time she was done, there was no protection from the word at all because she had changed it so much. And Jesus Christ, in the same situation, first off, the adversary lied to Eve because they had power, authority, and dominion. So he just lied to her with the same lie that he told himself, thinking he could usurp God. And then Jesus Christ did it the right way because he used the precise word. And the adversary did not lie to him because he did have that power and dominion, which was handed over. But Eve got it wrong by not, being precise with the word. And Jesus Christ got it right, of course, because he did use the precise word. But I've never heard those two accounts lined up side by side like that. I thought it was incredible. Has anybody else ever heard that taught that way?
No,
It
no.
was it was very masterful and so right on. So I just thought it was a big deal to me. I thought I'd just share that.
Well, thank you. Yes, and that's a different way of looking at it. But now, that I'm thinking of it, um, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It
Um,
does.
yeah. Does anybody know how come I'm losing light?
Yeah, you are.
Like, did I mess with it too much or something?
No, just got a little darker.
It's like it's auto adjusting or something.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
Okay.
Yeah, but it keeps dimming down after it's been.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's on auto adjust and it's having problems. So
How do I change that?
I don't know.
Video setting.
Yeah, go to video settings or the arrow next to the video,
Yes.
and then look and down at the bottom. I think it's going to say video settings.
Uh-huh.
Click on that, and
Uh-huh.
then let's see, look for video and effects. See if you can see, scroll down if you see automatic adjust for low light, auto. Okay, can you see where it says adjust for low light?
No.
Um,
I have portrait lighting.
portrait
And it
lighting.
looks like it's clicked off.
There should be one that says auto. My stuff must be different. It says camera, then video, maintain original.
I got adjust for low light, and that looks like it's off.
Okay, try turn it on because that may turn. There's another thing that's auto or manual adjust for low light, but just turn it on for a minute and see if that adjusts it.
Okay. That's better.
Yep.
No, that may
Maybe I do portrait lighting too.
can give it a try.
You put it on manual, can't you? I think you can adjust the light.
I don't have a manual.
Yeah, I mean right underneath that adjust on ours shows manual.
Adjust for low light. Now it says manual and auto.
Whatever you touched, it brightened your face a
Yeah.
second ago.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just try that.
All right.
Wait, I have studio effects. No, no, lip color, no. Okay. We'll just stick with that. Oh, isn't that terrible? All these things. Okay. Anyways,
I s-
um,
Could I make a comment towards Rosemary's?
absolutely, yes,
yeah.
please.
So I haven't listened to it yet, but I noticed today there was a new post by John Schoenheit on, it wasn't just Eve that disobeyed God, it was
Mhm.
Adam too,
Right.
Yeah.
when confronted with the devil. So I'm interested to hear that, and I wonder if it's similar, Rosemary, if you listen to it, if it's similar to what you heard from John Nessel.
Oh, I'll have to listen.
Yeah, I just noticed a new one came out recently. I don't know, last day or two.
Thank you.
I got another comment, if I may.
Yes, absolutely.
John Nessel is very good at seeing patterns. He's got that kind of mind that does it. It reminds me of Bullinger, how he would do the pattern of how the word worked in each verse in each chapter. John found that there are repetitions that kind of are like bookmarks, but he's found a lot of different things like that, and that is how he told me. He told that once he realized that, he started seeing the different patterns, how so many things happened in history of the Bible, and that they were repeated in Jesus Christ's time. And he said, I would love to have the time to just start documenting this. That was a long time ago. He told me that. I forgot all about it, but this is the kind of thing he saw, and how interesting it is that right from the fact that he patterned the family after him and spiritual life, but things like that. So that's interesting.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. There's so many patterns. Anybody else have anything they'd like to say about what Rosemary shared? Okay. Who would like to share next?
I'll go.
Okay, Deborah.
I was listening to a podcast and this gentleman said something so profound I had to pull off the side of the road and record it so I wouldn't lose it. He said, I can't do everything, but I can do something, and I won't let what I can't do stop me from doing what I can do.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty profound.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
so often we let the mountain discourage us. It's too big, but you can do one little thing. And maybe that story about the starfishes that washed up on the shore and the little boy was throwing them back in the water. And the guy said, what are you doing? You can't save all these starfish. He goes, no, but I can save this one. And he threw it in the water. And he goes, and I can save this one. And he threw it in the water. So, don't let what you can't do stop you from doing what you can't do.
Right, right. Yes. Encouraging. Very encouraging. Thanks for sharing that.
Mhm.
Anybody have anything they'd like to say about what Deborah shared?
Well, it reminded me of how when Jesus went and found the blind man that he had healed, to make sure that he knew who it was that healed him. And I thought about he left the 99 to find the one lost sheep. It wasn't finished until he knew that who it was that had healed him. That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, I do love that song. Um, the Corey Ashbury. But when I think it was the first time we were going through the Bible cover to cover, um, that record, um, it- a shepherd really wouldn't leave the 99 to go after one. There'd be other shepherds with them out in the field. And but it gives you a picture, and that's why it's worded that way. Yeah. So I never knew that before until I had read that, and it makes a lot of sense.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
great point too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Analogies only go so far, but the parts of the analogies that you use are so powerful. It's great.
That's why there's layers to the word.
Yeah.
Yeah. For things like that. Excellent. That's good. Dan, did you have something that you wanted to share?
Well, I'm just doing one thing at a time. I got this week. I decided to get actually two. Let's see. Last week I've had these things building up that I haven't taken care of. I guess I was looking at the mountain too much sometimes. But anyway, like last week, I decided to tackle this thing and submitted to get a reimbursement on my insurance for we had to repair our downstairs neighbor's kitchen because our refrigerator leaked. And it was months ago. But anyway, I decided finally, well, I got to get this done. So last week I called USAA, that's my insurance company, and I asked them, if my deductible's about $4,000. So I asked them, well, that's because the insurance is so high here. So I asked them, well, how does my deductible play into this? They said, well, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Just send us the info. I talked to somebody and sent us the info. And this morning they told me they're going to send me a check for covering the whole amount. That's
Awesome.
Awesome.
so
That's great.
great. So we're looking forward to that.
Very cool.
And then another thing, let's see. John Laboda offered to put my book up on his sales. He does the eBay sales. He's got thousands of things that he sells. So he offered to put a couple pages up there for books and told me how he's going to do it and that stuff. And so he got the initial posting done, and I sent him some suggestions. So he'll be done pretty soon. He told me I should do some videos about the book and how to use it and stuff like that. So I guess I'll start doing that a little bit. But
Oh, that would be awesome to see. I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
but meanwhile, I got to catch up on all these videos I've done. I got about half of them done now, but I'm behind. So that's
I saw the email. Thank you, Dan.
all right. That's all.
Yeah, well,
Cher had
yeah.
something.
Who had something?
Sure.
Okay, I just want to comment on what you shared, Dan, and then
Okay.
I'll have I absolutely know what you mean. Just one thing at a time, one day at a time. And sometimes I wake up and I don't know that that's what I'm going to do today. And so that was today. I didn't realize that we had a kind of a drought here for about 2 weeks, so the grass kind of burned up, and now we've been getting some rain, pretty steady, and so the grass has grown, and it's kind of like borderline, like does it need it or not? And I looked at the weather, and it's raining right now. It's raining right now, and it's going to rain tomorrow too. And so I'm like, okay, God, this is my window of opportunity. I can get this out of the way and feel so much better about it. But I'm going to have to get more gas because, and it was like borderline. Do I get more gas or not? I mean, how much am I going to mow in September? I don't like having gas over the winter because then it just spoils like kind of. But so anyways, he just walked me through all that, and I was so grateful. But it's absolutely what you're saying, Dan. It's one thing at a time, and it's so wonderful when you just do it at the right time and it's done. It feels good. So share, what do you have for us?
Excuse me. Well, I've been thinking a lot about Proverbs 17:22. And so I went through about 60 different versions. And so I'll just read some real quickly. A merry heart does good like medicine. A joyful heart is good medicine. A cheerful disposition is good for your health. A cheerful heart is good medicine. A glad heart makes a healthy body. A joyful heart helps healing. A joyful heart promoteth healing. Being cheerful keeps you healthy, and a rejoicing heart doth good to the body. So on Facebook, I came across this comedian and I wanted to play it for everybody. Every time I play it, I laugh harder and harder. This guy is hilarious. So I wanted to get to share that with everybody so we can all laugh and get healed.
Sounds good.
What's his name?
I can't find it. So if you know it, you can let me know. You better go back on. Yeah, you don't want to miss that part.
Okay.
I'd like to sing an autobiographical song someone wrote for me. When I was a younger man, every night I kissed a strange girl. When I was a younger man, every night I kissed a strange girl. The same girl. But she was strange. I once loved two girls at a time. Kate and Edith both were mine. I learned that what they say is true. You can't have Kate and Edith too. She told me that she liked my eyes, and then one night she took them home. Know that I will never find another girl with eyes like mine. The moral of the story's clear. Think twice before you lend an ear. This is my love song. I've always had problems with love and women. I remember when my mother took me aside, left me there. I left at a young age. I started with nothing. I still have most of it. I wanted to answer the great mysteries of life. Why is abbreviated such a long word? I want to know, if most auto accidents happen within 5 miles of your home, why not move 10 miles away? I want to know, what's occasional irregularity? I want to know, when they ship styrofoam, what do they pack it in? I want to know, if somebody eats something they think has gone bad, why do they want you to taste it? If every fourth child born in the world is Chinese, and you've already had 3 children, I want to know. If a cat always lands on his feet, and bread always lands butter side down, what would happen if you buttered your bread and strapped it on the back of a cat? I wasn't always in show business. I used to be a carpenter. My boss told me I hammered like lightning because I never struck in the same place twice. He died in a freak accident. Freak fell on him. Weird. Well, I like music. I'm writing a punk western tune. It's called You Broke My Heart Once, Don't Pick the Scab of Our Love. I'd like to sing a more traditional western song now. It's amazing how music can just set a mood just with even just one chord. It's a western mood. Maybe if I had a little costume. Can I have my western costume, please? This is my western costume. And now, with just this one chord and just this hat, just this western mood. The magic of television. This is a traditional Western song. I'd like you to join in if you know it. It's called The Howling Cowboy. Now the verse. I was riding across the desert, bouncing on a swayback mare, when I heard a sound so pitiful that it pierced the cool night air. Then I saw a shadow on the moon's rosy glow, and I knew it was the howling cowboy getting ready. Let one go.
I think I saw Merv Griffin, so that was probably Merv Griffin's show, or it was.
Yeah, that was a
Over
while ago.
show,
I,
but
I've seen it. My face hurts a little bit now. And then hearing George laugh just made me laugh even more.
right.
I feel good in a special way. The words I'm in London, sunny day. Day, sunshine. Day, sunshine.
Do, 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 do.
Day, sunshine. We take a walk. The sun is shining down. Birds fly feet.
Well, that was funny.
Mhm.
London.
Clever.
Are you trying to turn it off or play something else, Dan?
Sunshine. Day, sunshine.
Now bring Zoom back. There we go.
All right.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Well, that was funny, Cher. Thank you for sharing that. Oh my goodness. Let's see who hasn't shared. Anybody else got anything to share? Okay, yes, Kevin.
Yeah, something. I got something in the mail that said that our insurance was going to go up $1,500 on the house, and we started going around trying to see what we had to do to get quotes. And Sarah Tillman happened to call me up for something happened to do with that insurance. Asked me a couple questions. I said, but I just want to let you know we're going to be shopping because it says that that insurance thing, which wasn't State Farm, but they got to be our agents for it, but it was some other company. I said, it says they're going to be going up $1,500. So she says, oh, I understand. I can look at to see if we can save anything, but $1,500, that's pretty bad. Meanwhile, we're looking around and looked like it was pretty good price, what we had without the 1,500. She called me back. She says, Kevin, I looked that up and I don't see where your insurance is going up at all next year. And do you have the numbers? We looked at the paperwork and everything. And it's not going up at all. So I said, I don't know if I was dreaming or got sucked into an advertisement and said that you could go up, but it was nice that our insurance isn't going up at all for another year. So that's one good thing.
Yay.
I have a couple things I'd like to share, just little things I saw on the internet. The last one is just a fun thing, but two of them have to do with just people's perspectives on different patterns of stuff they saw of words in the word. So I'm gonna bring that in here. Host, you disabled my sharing though, Dan, it says.
Yeah, I gotta enable that.
All right. I didn't tell you I was doing it, so that's probably I was thinking that in.
Okay, now try.
All right. Yep. Okay. First of all, got to bring up share sound and optimize the video sharing. Had to bring this up. All right, here's the first one.
An emergency close.
The reason why he dies on a cross or a tree is because in the very beginning, man stole from the tree. God puts back on the tree for you and me to undo everything that was done in the beginning. His hands were pierced because our hands stole from the tree. His feet were pierced because the first messianic prophecy it involves the feet, right? His side is pierced because Eve came from the side. So he's making atonement for Eve, the one who led into temptation. A crown of thorns on his head. Why? The curse of creation is that the ground will produce thorns and thistles. He's literally taking the curse on his head to reverse it and to restore the blessing.
Wow.
The reason.
Wow.
Interesting. It's interesting perspectives and stuff, right? So here's another one, another short one.
The final words of Jesus Christ has amazing revelation. Watch this.
Eli, Eli, lema sabachthani. My God, why have you forsaken me? These are some of Jesus' final words on the cross. But did you know it's also the first line of Psalm 22? What's amazing about this is, in this time period, the Jewish men and young boys would memorize scripture. The way they would reference a psalm is typically by quoting the first line of it. Imagine being a Jewish person in the crowd who memorized the scriptures, hearing him quote Psalm 22, going through it in your head and saying, wait a minute, my hands and my feet are pierced. His hands and his feet are pierced. They cast lots for my clothing. I just saw Roman guards casting lots for his clothing. They mock me. My tongue sticks to the roof of my mouth. They would see the scripture playing out before their eyes. And surely there would be Jewish men in the crowd having a slow realization, a revelation that perhaps this man was who he said he was. That perhaps they were seeing prophecy come to pass. Oh, I love the word of God.
Sweet, huh?
Yeah, I
And I know
absolutely love
we've
that.
heard different teachings on what that meant, but that's interesting. And many times, like I say, there's layers. This last one, I wanted to do something about how Poland is following the example of the United States and going back to Christian values and a lot of stuff like that. I won't play it, but it was neat to see. This last one is just a sweet one. If Noah had an iPhone, ready? This is good.
That's cute.
Sweet, huh?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great with the rainbow and everything. Wonderful.
It was
Uh,
neat.
That was neat. Yeah, that was good. I think I heard too that Poland was the only country over there that didn't open up their borders. Is that true?
They did
Yeah.
not open up their borders. That is
Yep.
true. I don't know if they're the only one, because Hungary, I think it's Hungary, is also pretty conservative. So
Mhm.
they might not have either.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things. United States often is the catalyst for things around the world, and there are people in so many different countries that are chanting that they love Trump, and the idea is that it's what he's doing,
Mhm.
that people want that freedoms and stuff, and that's pretty cool.
I heard somebody say, well, just this past week, they pointed out that when Jesus Christ comes back and he rules, and then at some point the animals won't attack each other anymore. They'll be eating grass again like they did originally. And also, if you're a meat eater, you better get all the meat that you want now, because why would we continue to eat meat if the animals aren't? Why wouldn't we go back to eating the
And they didn't, Adam and Eve didn't eat meat.
That's right. Yeah. Go back to being vegetarians. Yeah. Anybody else have anything they'd like to share?
I do.
Yes.
I thought
yeah.
I'd read to you a text that I got from Cliff.
Okay.
He said, heads up, if I don't or can't join fellowship on Zoom, it's because I'm working. This is Hobby Lobby's busy season, and that's why I was hired. Christmas decorations are already 50% off or more. Christmas in August. People buy so much junk they think they need. Hold on. 100 years ago, people listed 70 things they need to live. The same study today, that number increased to 500 things. Advertising works. Godliness with contentment is great gain. I love you totally, unconditionally, forever. I know you understand, Cliff. So his heart is with us, but
Well, thank you for sharing that.
yeah.
Now we know what Cliff's doing tonight.
Yeah.
Wendy, did you have something?
Yeah, well, when Kevin was sharing that video, I saw an elephant, and I just wanted to let you know that Kevin and I have an elephant encounter scheduled for Sunday, this as my birthday present
Yeah,
to us.
right here in the front yard. I'm not sure how we're gonna.
We're going over to Williston, Florida, Northwest Florida, well, kind of. And there's a elephant rescue area. The lady, Patricia, let me see what her last name is, because you probably have heard her last name. She comes from a Zerbini. She comes from a list of acrobats and carnival folk, Zerbini.
Okay.
And she's like the great granddaughter of one of the great Zerbini people. I don't know. Anyway, so she's the one who raises these elephants, and so we can feed them and maybe give them a bath and just hang with them. And I'm hoping to get to ride one, and so it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's my birthday present
Here's
to.
an interesting thing that most of you won't know. Do you know what the Zamboni is?
Yeah.
The
Yes.
thing that tongues us. The Zambini, what did I say her name? Zamboni.
Let me get it again.
Zerbini.
Zerbini.
Zerbini's married to Zambonis, and they actually had an elephant on ice show. It's
Whoa.
my mind.
Ba-boom.
So that wasn't real. You just made that up.
He made that up.
Okay.
That was
Okay.
good, though.
Not trust me when I got green on.
Yes.
Have you seen those videos where elephants paint with the paintbrush in their tusks in their trunk?
Amazing. Yep.
Yeah. So if you get to see that, take a video so we can
Oh,
see
yeah.
Yeah, I
that.
don't think they do that there.
No.
Well, we want pictures. If you get to
Oh
ride,
yeah, we'll have
whatever.
pictures. We'll have
Yeah.
pictures. Yep, she said they'll, bring your camera, they'll take pictures with us, and yeah, it'll be fun.
Make sure you take a lot of peanuts.
Oh, no, I asked her if I could bring snacks, and she said no, has to be their special diet because, they don't want them to get sick.
They probably have
I wish
food
I could.
allergies.
That'll be fun. What a great birthday present. You're such a good guy, Kevin.
Oh, she figures it out, but thank you. She makes me look good.
Yeah.
Guess it's more like, guess what we're doing for my birthday?
Yeah, but it'll be fun for the both of you. That's great.
Well, it takes the pressure off of him, and he doesn't even. You don't even have to think too hard about it, Kevin.
See,
You
I
just
even get
have
to
to
drive
agree.
my fun car up there, so I'm winning all the way around.
Yeah. So I got something that fit right in with a lot of the theme tonight, and I want to read you from this teaching I heard. Hebrews 8:6 says, "But now he has obtained a more excellent ministry, inasmuch as he is also mediator of a better covenant, which was established on better promises." And the teacher goes on to say, some people will criticize and say, well, those promises were made for Israel thousands of years ago, or this promise was made for that king, that prophet. It doesn't apply to you. People are always trying to steal the promises. Isn't that a stealing of the promises? Yes, there is a context of a promise, but it's the concept of a promise, or okay, there's a context of a promise, but what we're looking for is the concept of the promise. We're looking for the concept is God wants his people blessed. I don't care who the promise was originally spoken to, the promise itself is a revelation of what God intended from the beginning. He intended for his people to be victorious, for there to be perfect peace, joy, love, for us to have dominion over all the powers of darkness. The promise isn't just for that person it is spoken to or nation at the time in history. If he wanted them victorious, in peace, and healed, he wants that for you too, because you're his child. These promises are everlasting internal words of God. These promises are seeds that carry an assignment. They need to find the soil of your heart in order to go to work.
Mhm.
I thought that was very nicely packaged
Yeah. Love it.
because,
Beautifully
yeah.
put.
And then he went on with some examples. He used one from Isaiah, if I've got it here. No, I don't. Oh, yes, right here. Isaiah 54:14. In righteousness you shall be established. You shall be far from oppression, for you shall not fear, and from terror, for it shall not come to you, or come near you. And he's like explaining, yeah, you can say that's just for Isaiah's day and time. But look, what we have in 2 Corinthians 5:21, for he has made him to know no sin, to be sin, that's a sin offering, for us, that we might become the righteousness of God. Well, right there, it's telling you the righteousness of God. So if you turned Isaiah 54:14 around and said, if you are established in righteousness, you shall be far from oppression, which is fear magnified. The New Testament tells us that we are the righteousness of him. So many of those Old Testament promises, we've got the New Testament version of them anyways already. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That was poignant.
thank you, Rosemary.
Mhm.
Yeah, John Nessel's teaching a class on Hebrews. Now he just started this past Tuesdays. It's Tune In Tuesdays.
Mhm.
He's in the book of Hebrews now. He finished Acts, finished the Gospels, finished the Old Testament. So he's doing Hebrews.
Wow.
Wow.
So
Cool.
he knows a lot about it.
Yeah. Does anybody have anything else they want to share or say?
I
No,
do.
go
Okay,
ahead,
Rosemary,
Rosemary.
go ahead.
Well, I ran a session of a foundational class this morning, and it was on prayer. And one of the statements in the teaching was, and I thought this was really beautiful: the great people of this earth pray. Could you hear me?
No.
All we heard was the great people of this earth.
Yeah, the great people of this earth pray.
Oh, pray.
Yeah,
Oh.
I thought that was simple, sweet, and very powerful.
Mm.
Where's
Did
that
anybody-
from?
That was from the New Life in Christ segment 22 on
Oh,
prayer.
cool.
Wow. So poignant right now when you have the mayor of Minneapolis, is that right? That said, this is not the time for prayer.
Yeah.
And then so many others, on the left jump on the bandwagon with that. And that's just so disrespectful, number one, on so many levels, to so many.
And I don't know if you saw the recording of Trump's cabinet meeting this week, but so many Christians in his cabinet meeting and how they, talk about God openly and I know the first cabinet meeting, they actually opened it up with prayer.
Mm.
I don't know if they do that every single time or not. If they do, they don't televise it, but, yeah, it's really awesome to see so many Christians in the cabinet.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
didn't I didn't get to see that particular cabinet meeting. I've seen all the other ones. And Caroline Levitt, her and her crew pray every time before she goes out there.
Yep.
Yep.
you know, when people like that, especially in politics, say those things that disrespect God, those that have eyes to hear, that sometimes eyes to see, or ears to hear, that sometimes might have been on there. It is sometimes when people make the decision and realize, oh my gosh, these people really are on the wrong side of things. So it's really good when the adversary oversteps himself being arrogant, and God works within people to recognize it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Kevin. And I look at it just a tweak different in that the adversary, the devil, he works in people, but he can't control them. And so once he puts them in motion, he's got no control, and they just mess up. I'm sure that he gets very upset
They
by the stupid
expose them
things that they do.
sometimes.
Exactly. But he can't control them.
Yeah.
He just starts the wheels motion, and they have their free will, and they put their foot in their mouth. And yeah.
They call it saying the quiet part out loud.
Yes. Yes. Very well put.
Oh,
Deborah.
I just thought of something. I learned this
Go ahead.
week that Jim Caviezel has finished filming a movie that's coming out in December. He's playing Herod. Yes, he went from playing Christ to playing Herod.
Oh, wow.
Oh boy.
He has so much prosthetics on, you can't recognize him. You can't tell it's him. But, it's the story of how Herod, had all the male children murdered because he feared the Christ. So yeah, that's coming out December 19th, I heard. And if you have IMDb, you can look up the trailer. The trailer's not all that thrilling, but I'm sure it'll be worth a trip to the theater. So
Has anybody seen the movie that Kevin Costner did? I believe it was last year, Horizon. It's a Western, part
No.
one. Yeah, I heard somebody this past week. It was a video on 7 Hollywood actresses and actors that have turned to Christ and just, didn't care about what kind of persecution they were going to have. This movie is about the people that went west. They were up against so many different things. The only thing they could do was trust in God. And so that's what this is supposed to be about. And he got, I think it was a ComCom, and I thought that was for comedy. So I might have gotten that wrong. I might have heard it different. There's a different he got an 11-minute standing ovation for that movie.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it a movie or a
oh,
series?
That's amazing.
It's a movie, but it says Horizon Chapter 1, so must be more is coming. And yeah, as soon as I saw it, and I saw the trailer, that wasn't that great. You can't see anything unless you have like more cable than I have, and you pay to see it. So anyways, I bought it for a gift for a family member that I think that they would really like it. So I just wondered if anybody, because Deborah, she's the brave one that goes out there in movie theaters and sees stuff. So
That's good.
yeah.
When does come and see do season 5? It's coming up, isn't it? Is it whatever the next
Of The
season?
Chosen?
Yeah, The Chosen.
Yeah, it hasn't been released yet. Gosh, it seems like forever ago that I saw it in the theater, and then it went to Amazon Prime.
Well, no, there's the next one. They were filming it, and there's
they're still filming 6. They're almost done.
okay. They're almost done. Well, I think they had a plan for when that was going to be available.
Yeah, and it should be soon. In fact, this Sunday, Dallas Jenkins is doing a live thing. He does it every once in a while to get everybody caught up with what's going on. He's going to show a scene from season 6 and some other projects that he has his fingers in. So I'll find out Sunday. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Okay, well, I guess we can wrap this up. As Wendy already said, Monday, the 1st, is Wendy's birthday and also Dave and Eileen's anniversary.
Mhm.
And Thursday, Jeremy's going to be all better and he's going to teach, right?
Right.
Yeah. Looking forward to
Is
that.
back up, Kevin? Kevin,
Yeah,
are you his backup?
I didn't consider that, but I could be his backup. Yeah.
Oh, I want to ask about Wayne. I noticed Wayne Colonna's on the calendar. Did you just call him out of the blue, or did you have an opportunity to interact with him, or
Nope,
how'd
call
that
him out
come
of the
about?
blue. Just had a conversation last night, and he's looking forward to sharing. He said, yeah, he's looking forward to it. So
Who
Good.
is he?
Wayne Colonna is a guy that has a fellowship down in Davie, Florida. That we, as a fellowship, I think it was one of the first things we did when we stopped fellowshipping with the Way International. Uh, One of the first things we did was went down. We went to different fellowships, and that was one. And we were received beautifully. We had a wonderful time. They treated us like they were our own fellowship. They even sent us home with a bunch of songbooks since we didn't have anything, and uh, went to another one with him another time and talked to him a few different times. I think he came to something that we were doing too.
Picnic,
Yeah,
yeah.
John Nessel, when John Nessel taught.
But yeah, that's right. And just a humble guy. He said he's never done this before, so he was had to really think about it. He's only taught it. He says, I only teach my little fellowship down there, but his fellowship has been up to as much as 200 people, and then it's big and then it's small, and he does a Spanish fellowship also. So, but he was concerned. He said, I don't know that if I'm going to be able to give you something that's really going to be very powerful. I said, Wayne, it's just a sharing. God will work within you. There may be only 10 of us. It's not a big deal. It's just a blessing to have another brother in Christ be a part of our thing, and God having another way of showing us. He said, oh, I can do that. He says.
Great. Well, thank you for arranging that. It'll be great to see him.
Mhm.
Deborah, you brought up about Jeremy. Jeremy is planning on being well, and he's really, really excited about teaching.
Oh, good. I'm glad to
Awesome.
hear
So it's
that.
the first time he's ever taught, and he's so excited. So I'm sure he will be teaching next week.
Okay.
That's awesome. That's
Hey,
great.
Jared, maybe I'll just talk to the fellowship that are here about the idea of how to handle stuff with maybe different doctrines and things. Remember we talked about.
Sure.
Some of these folks that we have, sometimes they may bring up stuff that is not what we know or have been taught or that we consider right. And that was a concern sometimes, like with Wayne, some of the folks had heard him teach things that are not as, what we've been taught. And I think like John Nessel, John Schoenheit, sometimes this stuff isn't. But if we have people teaching, we're all mature enough to not go crazy with questions afterwards or something. We thought we'd just talk about it among ourselves afterwards, unless it is, in the sharing, um, it seems easily entreated to discuss that. But I don't know that that'll happen, but it's a good time to point it out because we're hitting people that are not, that have gone in different areas sometimes. And so we may hear stuff that is like, well, wait a minute, we don't think that's right. So we can always discuss it later, but not to be too concerned about who we have. I think it far outweighs having people with different points of view that are probably right in line with us rather than being too concerned about some things that aren't. Does that sound right, Cher?
Yeah. You know, it's good to hear different people teach and we're all in the body of Christ. So maybe somebody hasn't been taught as accurately as we have. So it's something that we can deal with as a fellowship at a later time. We just want to treat them with love and thankfulness that they would give of their time
Mhm.
to come join us and to want to be a part of our fellowship for an evening.
Mhm.
So, not everybody has been taught the same as we have. So,
Mhm.
like Kevin said, we can just discuss it among ourselves later and
Mhm.
just appreciate them for the love that they have for our fellowship to want to come be part of it for an evening. And look,
Absolutely.
how many people have taught our fellowship and then come back repeatedly for other fellowships with us.
Mhm.
We've had several people do that. They were so blessed with us. So we just want to remain with that attitude of love and,
Mhm.
just be thankful for what they are teaching that's accurate.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. Very,
There,
very
thank you
well
very
put.
much. That's a beautiful
Yeah.
way to put it. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, very well put. I listen to a lot of different ministers, pastors, teachers, and one thing I've seen is a lot of them have been taught very young that Jesus Christ is God, and because of the word Trinity. And yet they can say things where you're like, no, you don't believe in the Trinity. How could you say that? And the other thing is, they have power in their ministries. They have healing ministries, they have power. And so it's so much easier for me now to overlook that. Give me the gem that I am going to get from what you're telling me, what you're teaching me, what you're sharing with me. And there's always a gem there. There's always something there that I can grab and appreciate. Yeah. And then the stuff that, just like Cher said, a lot of people out there have not been taught like we have. We are so, so blessed.
Mhm.
Yeah. George, yes.
Yeah, I just want to bring up a point. Tina and I went to this past Rock of Ages, and it was pointed out to me. We were listening to various teachings around the grounds, and after one of the teachings, I got to fellowship with a Florida believer that's a coordinator for the Way International fellowships down here, and he pointed out to me that when the word is preached, no matter how the word is preached, the word of God never comes back void. So that was a good point. So sometimes people don't have the accuracy of the word, but the fact that they are preaching the word, God honors that and it never comes back void. I just thought I'd bring it up.
Very
Beautiful.
good. Great
Yeah.
reminder, George.
How's your
Thank you.
fellowship going, George, on Sunday?
We've only been to one so far, and it's it's great. I mean, I like the Zoom fellowship that we have, but the physical contact with other believers, and it's just like way back when I was a neophyte, and we're all seasoned in the Word, and so it's great. It's great. So
Good.
I was told today because I had this. It was stupid, but I had this conflict in my mind that I was abandoning the Boynton Beach Bible Fellowship, and that's
Oh,
not the
no,
case at all.
no,
You
no.
know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the Zareta Mancuso, it's her house, and she handles things quite well. And I have the opportunity to teach, and so it just blesses my heart to be able to fellowship more. You know,
Mhm.
with
Yep.
with the other believers. So, and anyway, we did have a fantastic time at the Rock of Ages. It was a 25-year hiatus.
Yeah. Hmm.
So,
Wow.
I mean, I actually got to meet one of the believers that nurtured me in the Word before I took the Power for Abundant Living class.
Wow.
And we've been friends to this day. She's going to come down to stay with us for a while in the winter. She lives up north, but we got to fellowship with her the whole time, and it was amazing because Tina and I have been in the ministry, Tina longer than me, but from the 76 on. So it was, the Rock of Ages was great. So I just thought I'd share it.
George, what's that girl's name?
Judith Novidomsky. She's from Yonkers, New York.
Okay. Good.
Real quick, Deborah, what is it?
I just want to clarify something I said earlier when I asked Kevin if he would back up Joshua. I didn't mean to imply that he wouldn't be well.
Jeremy.
I'm sorry, Jeremy. Yeah. I didn't mean to imply that he wouldn't be well enough to teach. It's just that it's been my experience in the past that it takes much coaching to get somebody to actually do a first teaching. So to hear that he's so excited to do it, that's great. I think that's wonderful. That's not been my experience, but yeah, that's wonderful.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yes, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah.